For Joe, say it loud, say it slow, yeah. From the David to the Jennings, hoes it gon' glow. Just for Joe, every block, every road, we gon' ride till it's right. We ain't never letting go. David's family stand tall, that's blood. Jennings right, that same fight, same love. Name her high, we don't ride in chalk. We carve it a stone when the streets all tall. Front yard prayers, porch light on. Whole hood humming that same sad song. Turn that pain to a war cry. Run it. If you feel this in your chest, say something. Just for Joe. Say it loud, say it slow. From the David to the Jennings, whole city gon' glow. Just for Joe. Every block, every road, we gon' ride till it's right. We ain't never letting go. Mama got tears, but her back don't bend. Uncle on the phone tryna call that friend. Cousins in the car doing laps round town. Every stop sign feel like sacred ground. We don't fold, we don't fake, we push. Turn up, let it shake, let them look. If you with us, put your fists in the sky. One time for Joe, we forever gon' ride. Say it loud, say it slow. From the David to the Jennings, whole city gon' glow. Just for Joe. Every block, every road, we gon' ride till it's right. We ain't never let it go. For Joe. Just for Joe, say it loud, say it slow, yeah. From the David to the Jennings, whole city gon' glow. Just for Joe, every block, every road, we gon' ride till it's right. We ain't never letting go. David's family stand tall, that's blood. Jennings right, that same fight, same love. Name her high, we don't ride in chalk. We carve it a stone when the streets all tall. Front yard prayers, porch light on. Whole hood humming that same sad song. Turn that pain to a war cry. Run it. If you feel this in your chest, say something. Just for Joe. Say it loud, say it slow. From the David to the Jennings, whole city gon' glow. Just for Joe. Every block, every road, we gon' ride till it's right. We ain't never letting go. Mama got tears, but her back don't bend. Uncle on the phone tryna call that friend. Cousins in the car doing laps round town. Every stop sign feel like sacred ground. We don't fold, we don't fake, we push. Turn up, let it shake, let them look. If you with us, put your fists in the sky. One time for Joe, we forever gon' ride. Say it loud, say it slow. From the David to the Jennings, whole city gon' glow. Just for Joe. Every block, every road, we gon' ride till it's right. We ain't never let it go. Just for Joe. Just for Joe. Just for Joe. Say it loud, say it slow, yeah. From the David to the Jennings, whole city gon' glow. Just for Joe. Every block, every road, we gon' ride till it's right. We ain't never letting go. David's family stand tall, that's blood. Jennings right, that same fight, same love. Name her high, we don't ride in chalk. We carve it a stone when the streets all tall. Front yard prayers, porch light on. Whole hood humming that same sad song. Turn that pain to a war cry. Run it. If you feel this in your chest, say something. Just for Joe. Say it loud, say it slow. From the David to the Jennings, whole city gon' glow. Just for Joe. Every block, every road, we gon' ride till it's right. We ain't never letting go. Mama got tears, but her back don't bend. Uncle on the phone tryna call that friend. Cousins in the car doing laps round town. Every stop sign feel like sacred ground. We don't fold, we don't fake, we push. Turn up, let it shake, let them look. If you with us, put your fists in the sky. One time for Joe, we forever gon' ride. Say it loud, say it slow. From the David to the Jennings, whole city gon' glow. Just for Joe. Every block, every road, we gon' ride till it's right. We ain't never let it go. Just for Joe.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Checking my mic. Mic check. Checking my mic. Okay. Mic check. And why is the music still playing? Why is this music still playing? Hold on, let me shut my door because my daughter on the phone arguing with whoever. Shit. Doing all that arguing, yelling shit. Hold on. Shut this door. Uh, Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. All right. I'm back. Let me make sure I don't have the music playing in the background. Because I don't understand why it sounds like I'm hearing feedback. Checking my mic. All right. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're from, wherever you at. It is evening, 6:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my time. Today I want to bring to you a recap of videos that was being played. The body cam of the police officers. Body cam of the police officers that's going around. Um, you all probably have seen them, watched them, heard them. As I seen, watch, and heard. So what I did was I played each video, and I kind of wrote up some notes, and actually I written down, try to write it down as word from word what was said. So this first video that I watched, and I kind of combined them all together. I kind of combined the videos wording together of what was said in my notes. So I do want. Oh Lord, here we go. Oh no, that's my email. Hold on, it's the email. Let me turn this down. That's my email. All right. So I do want to start with the video. The very first video we saw we sing with Mr. Tyrone and the family. All the videos is of them up on at that cabin. But I want to start with the manager. The manager states that Lulu had a later checkout time. Her checkout time was for 11 a.m. on 11/27/2026. Why did she get a later checkout time on 11/27/2026? So you have to question that. If her checkout time was for at 11 a.m., why was she able to check out at a later time? Now we'll go by saying the guests heard arguing back and forth. 1:40 p.m., the manager was contacted about a domestic situation. Cabin 1, which is cabin number 20. Manager walks up to door. Female walks out. Manager then asks, is everything okay? And if she needed any assistance. She states everything is okay. So when the guests heard the back and forth arguing, instead of calling the officers, why would they call the manager? If it was that serious and it was that loud, where it seemed like it was physical, why not call the police officer and not the manager? Is there something in that contract when you rent those cabins? Do not contact police. Contact the manager first before calling police, not unless it's an extremely emergency. I would like to see that contract when you rent those cabins. Lulu started loading things in the vehicle. Manager then says he sits across the street from them. And remind you, he said them. So you have to ask the manager, who is them, when nobody never saw Dro come out of that cabin to help her load her items in that cabin. Load her items in that in her vehicle. So who is them? You would ask the manager, because the manager never saw them. He only seen her. The guest that was taking a 30-minute walk did not see them. They saw her. The manager said he monitored. So he was monitoring her packing for about, I guess he sat there for about 10 to 15 minutes, watching her, making sure everything is calmed down. And as he was sitting across, watching her put her items in her car, in her vehicle, again, he never saw Dro. I need to add, the manager also need to explain when he walked up to the door as Lulu was coming out the door. As small as those cabins are, they that big, open, and if not, there is a big glass window door. You would have seen someone, if you walking up towards the door, you would have seen another person inside that cabin with her. So I question that. It's not like it's a huge, gigantic cabin. So he sits and monitor her packing. Now, was it that serious where you had to sit across at another cabin in your vehicle and watch her pack up her things? Because if it was that serious where you had to monitor her, you would think, and you seen her crying, you would think, well, I'm just going to call the police anyway. But that did not happen. No guest called the police, and no manager called the police. Because I believe had a police been called, things would have been very different. The manager states that he left for 10 minutes, and 10 minutes within her loading up the vehicle. And once the manager came back, he never saw a male. Okay, he never saw a male, but once the manager come back, the car was gone. Lulu was gone. Everything was out the cabin. Boom. Then you get the cabin. Then you have the cabin cleaner comes down. You have the cabin cleaners come down and clean the cabin. And I believe that was Laura. Again, the manager never saw a male as long as he was sitting there watching her come in and out the cabin with their belongings loaded into a vehicle. However, one of the guests that was walking, stated that they thought they heard a man. They thought they heard a male, and the male was like, "Get back in here." And her words was, I'm not coming back. I don't want to go back in there. Something in that form. I'm not coming back, or I don't want to go back in there. Who have reported this argument? They again, they was able to both male and female at the same time, going back and forth with one another. It was so loud, it made the neighbors stop what they were doing. But they didn't call the police, y'all. They called the manager. Or actually, the manager said when a male voice called her back in, Lulu's response was that she wasn't going to stay. Now I'm saying stay for what? Because if it was checkout time, actually you passed your checkout time. What do you mean you wasn't going to stay? So did she say I'm not going back in there, or did she say I'm not going to stay? Because on the video, word for word that I heard, stop play, not going. But it was checkout time, so she yeah. However, it took her 30 minutes to check out. Between 20 and 30 minutes to pack up everything by herself. Remind y'all again, by herself. He said the manager then tells the officer, we didn't see. Well, I can say didn't see a male at all or leave the cabin. Female was the only one we seen loading. So here's the question. Did Lulu recently have surgery? Because I hear Mr. Tyrone and the aunt said she just had surgery. correct? So when did she just have surgery? Did she have surgery? Usually have surgery. Was this surgery more recently than what's going around? Content creators, bloggers, whatever, stating that she had that boot on for damn near 9-10 months, according to Tyrone and Shauna, with an S. They said she just recently had surgery. There's no way she was able to do any of those things because she recently had surgery. Their words, not mine. So it makes you question, are they lying about Lulu just having surgery? Or did she go back in to have some kind of reconstruction surgery again? Because the videos we seen, they said people were saying she had been wearing that boot for almost a year. And she was started wearing that boot back in May of last. Senior also states that Lulu came with all different stories. She told them about Dro injuries and what caused his injuries. Mr. Tyrone Senior says it's a I'm on live. So Tyrone Senior says that these injuries he know for a fact because he will help get her in and out the car. They also mentioned that Dro went inside the hospital up under John Doe. They mentioned she never showed up. This came from Auntie Shauna with a shh. Okay. She says the hospital never knew who he was with or who they didn't know the medical team or whoever, the when they admit you in or whatever, they need to ask questions, da 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 da. So they could pass it to the team that's gonna work with them. He came in there on a called him in as a Jane Doe, and they did not know what happened to him. Well, with the S, Shauna with the whatever, they did know what happened. They didn't know what happened to him, but at this point, once he was entered into the emergency room, they know it's something with his head. They know it's something with his head. Y'all hear me? Hey, C Porter. Hey, old boy, brother. Hey, could y'all hear me? Cause it just went out. Okay. C Porter, can you put a one in the chat or one of y'all? And having this mic, I just plugged it up. It just been sitting. It just been sitting with my tripod and everything else. And I said, let me plug this mic up. But StreamYard did a upgrade. So I don't know if that have anything to do with me coming in and out. But they did let me know that they did an update, a new upgrade. But it still looked the same to me. So I don't know what the upgrade is. I don't know. So the hospital administer administrated him in as John Doe. Reason being, he had no one with him. He came in on a and they know nothing. So what happened to him? Shauna with a shh says Lulu finally pops up and tells the medical team that she's the fiance. So they, so the medical team tells Lulu they need to speak to the next of kin, which so they calls Renee, which was the 28th. Remind y'all, this happened December the 27th, sometime after 5 p.m. So when Lulu goes to the hospital, she goes to the hospital on the 28th. So Dro was sitting in the, I said, all by himself, which will put him up under a John Doe. Even though they have identification off his wallet of being Tyrone Lamar Davis Jr., they speak to the next of kin because they want to make sure that is him. And they did not get that information until the 28th. Because Rena up there sometime early, going into Sunday early morning on the 28th, and they put a name on Dro then. Then he became Tyrone. Lamar Davis. Y'all hear what I'm telling y'all? I have already on my other channel, I have videos when I'm telling y'all the girl never even showed up to the hospital. I knew it. So they kept him up under John Doe until the family member come. That's suspicious. Why wait till the family members come on the 28th and none of the trauma team question you more than once? And it said that you went there, you went to the hospital on the 28th. He was I'm gonna have to probably but I'm looking at and it's keep like it's going out. The little arrow thing, it's like it's going out, and every time a little wind blow, so I'm gonna redo the whole goddamn. I'm gonna put that box away from that window because it's in the other room and that by that window. But okay, so I do apologize. Lulu never went to that hospital on the 27th. Then we have the auntie says that the hospital never knew who he was with or who he was with or what happened to him. They wanted questions on if somebody with them. Now, again, Sana, if I'm pronouncing her Shana with a sh, says Lulu finally pops up and tells the medical team she's the fiance. So they asked if she was married. No, we're not married. Medical team said, hey, we can't even speak to you. We need to speak to the next of kin. So Rena gets the call, which was the 28th of December. So I would say, taking that from that, again, Lulu wasn't there until the 28th. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Tyrone says Big Tyrone says when they was at the hospital, which this the family now on the 29th, right? This the family on the 29th. We know they came to the hospital on the 29th. Tyrone says when they was at the hospital, he contacts Lulu and she tells him she at the cabin getting her belongings. Now, let me tell you something. Y'all write down these dates. We know this happened to Tyrone on the 27th of December, sometime after 5 p.m. We know at this point he's in the hospital, let's say about 6:15. Let's say about 7:30, they hooking him up on that machine. They hooked him up as soon as he got in there because the trauma team let him know he's unresponsive, responsive, his brain, he losing oxygen. Boom. They immediately put him in the ICU on this machine. Okay. So you still have the whole evening of Saturday. Where was Lulu for the rest of the evening Saturday? Then she decides to go to the hospital. Well, maybe she was waiting. Maybe she was waiting for Jason to come up. Because out of Jason said he was at the hospital, but he came with Renee now. So I could kind of say that may be true. So with the close friend, although she probably was talking about Art, the cousin, and not Jason. But Jason happened to say, yeah, I was at the hospital, but I went with Renee now because he most likely did. Jason probably wasn't in that hospital. It was Art. And I do want to make a correction because when they were saying Art and everybody was saying the daddy, I even said the daddy. Lulu was not talking to the daddy Arthur, okay? And the only reason why I figured she was talking to the daddy Arthur about going to the hotel is because they said the person that was on that phone call talking to the police, it originally came out that was Gabe Norton. And it come out that it was Dro's cousin, Art. So I do want to make that correction. It is not Art the daddy. Lulu was talking to Art the son, aka Tasha's son, aka cousin. So we're going to clear that. So she don't know where she was at all this time. However, and I'm still going to go back to Jason, but right now we're going to focus. I'm going to go back to Jason because something just came up on my end, on my head. I'm still going to go back to Jason. But even if she was waiting for Jason to come, and this is how Jason, Art, and Lulu in the lobby fighting over a wallet. Okay. Because she was waiting for them hours to somebody to come up, and which would have been maybe Jason. Jason came up maybe for a few hours or whatever, went home. Sometime, I'm going to tell you, maybe she called Jason even on the 27th after they rushed him to the hospital and Jason rushed his ass up there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He could have got there 10 p.m. midnight. I mean, not midnight, 10 p.m. that night. However, Lulu ain't get to the hospital to going into Sunday early morning. We need to figure out what time Rena got to that hospital. We need to see what time Rena got to that hospital. That's when Lulu popped up at that hospital. Remind y'all, it was the 28th when Rena was told that her son is in the hospital. So Rena wasn't told right away either, which Rena should question that. Rena was not told on the 27th. And this from the medical team talking to the Davis family. Okay? So they asked, oh, blah, blah, blah. We went over there. They needs to speak to the next of kin, which Rena was called on the 28th of December. Big Tyrone says when they was at the hospital, when they went to the hospital, which was the 29th, he did contact Lulu and say, you know, where you at? My son's sitting here fighting for his life on life support. Where you at? She said, I'm at the cabin getting our belongings. Well, that would be the 29th. You checked out on the 27th, which was Saturday. Why is you up there Monday trying to get some things out the cabin? But wait a minute. Inconsistency. Because the manager steps in and interrupted the police because the police was talking. And the manager says, wait a minute. Manager steps in and he says, wait a minute. About yesterday, no one came here to pick up no belongings. And we are fully booked until the 5th of January. So when they departed, someone came to clean the cabin out. A family member asked, where is Joe's property? She said she didn't know or something, or she didn't get it or something. And she blurts out, he jumped out the fucking car. Yep, she blurted out, geez, y'all want shit, and he jumped out the fucking car. The manager says she never came back to get nothing out of that cabin. So that, you put all the lies in one order, she got a lot of lies she done told. He was surrounded around snakes and a girlfriend and most of his family. Shaking my head. Exactly. He was surrounded around snakes like crazy. Yes, he was. Now, I've been writing. I wrote this shit twice. I wrote all this over again. Right. Mm-hmm. Because I just kept playing the video and I could just write down. Okay, let me see. Let me make sure it's some other stuff. They needs to speak to the next of kin, blah, blah, blah. Tyrone says when they was at the hospital, he contacted her. Now, mind y'all, again, they came at about the 29th of December. So that would be Monday, right? So when the manager, when Big Tyrone says, well, we came and she said she had to go get her stuff. That's why she's not here. And then the guy manager said, well, about yesterday, which would have been on a Sunday, ain't nothing in there belonging to them because she checked out late. She had a late checkout Saturday. So why would she be Monday getting anything out when she been gone Saturday? Y'all write all this down. Morgan. Did y'all hear what I said? Arthur J. Morgan. Arthur no, Arthur J. Morgan. The son. Tasha's son. Oh, cousin. Let's talk about Arthur J. Morgan for a minute. Arthur. What time did they call you Saturday? So you talked to Dro Saturday? Officer X oh no. I talked to Lulu and she told me that they was about to check in the hotel. They leaving the cabin. But he also tell the police officer, because the police officer wants to know why he didn't call the police. They on their way to the damn hotel because y'all thought y'all had the cabin to Sunday, which would have made some goddamn sense. But y'all only had it to Saturday. So we got to go to the hotel. Why the lie? Get that officer your number. Right? Art sounds so nervous on that phone, speaking to the police officer. And we're gonna go ahead and play this video. So let's play Art version of what he what it is. Let me see, make sure I don't have to share it. Share it. There we go. Oh well. We'll just keep it like that. It's just when I see it pop up, we'll play it. It's a delay. It's a huge delay. It's a huge delay. I don't like that. Ugh. You paid all this money for these daggone services, and you get all this delay. Stream your F your update. They fucks up everybody's shit. Forget all the updating, because you ain't updating nothing but that damn little ass duck. And it causes problems with people's shit. Ask me if I'm paying for this service. Ask me if I want the update done or not. Give us a choice. You don't just do some shit and then get and throw it to us. People be using this as a real business and be lagging and So they did do an update. Yeah, I had to redo my stream again. Hold on. Damn. And why they removed you? Okay. I had to shut it down and everything. So it basically was lagging because I didn't have the damn. Now I gotta pull up the damn video again. Okay, let me pull up the video. Because I want y'all to hear um Arthur. I really need y'all to hear what Arthur is saying to these folks. And if he innocent, and there's no innocent there to me. Ooh, what was all that? Hold up. All kind of shit just popped up. What was that? Oh, I'm gonna have to clean out my system. All kind of little. First time I seen that. My shit still. Now I gotta go back to this video. There we go. Wow. I'm going back to the video that I was great play for y'all, so you all could hear Arthur and his mishaps. Because seems a little nervous talking to this officer. Very nervous. Because he's that officer. If nobody caught it, I'm not going to tell y'all until I play it. Shoot, let's see. Right here. Here we go. Let's minimize this. I'm going to minimize it. Share my screen. Now, when I play this video, I do want y'all to know that it is going to be two different conversations going on, okay? It's going to be two different conversations going on. You're going to have the officers on the right-hand side talking to Mr. Tyrone and I guess another sister. And then you're going to also have the officer sitting at the table writing up the statement, sitting there talking to, I believe that's Tyrone's sister on the dad's side, and Natalie on the phone with them. So you have Natalie on the phone on this side talking to the police. You have Arthur, the son, sitting there talking to the police. So it's like two or three different conversations and you're trying to listen to all of them, but the way she can put them together, this is how this video put together. Let me share. So you can hear pretty much everything that's going on. But I want you to stay focused on the officer at this table. Stay focused on when he's talking to Arthur over the phone. And Arthur's statement to the officer. Right.
You guys are and went to a hotel. That's new.
That part they came and they bought us supposed to check out Sunday, and they supposed to check out Saturday. So I asked why you ain't called me back. She said they was checking out. They were doing a lot of stuff. Then they went and got a hotel.
Now we're gonna stop to play this because I hadn't wrote down my notes and I'm just now seeing this and hearing this from y'all. Well, I'm stop it playing. And then we're gonna play it all the way out, okay? Usually like to play it all the way out and then come back and talk about it, but I'm getting this information. I'm listening the same as y'all listening. Man, I was just a talking and I wasn't even added to the stage. Okay, man, you Tyrone, Arthur asking Lulu, why Joe ain't call me back? Lulu tells Arthur, he can't call you back right now because we checking out the cabin. We thought we had the cabin till Sunday, but we gotta go in and check out today. And he ain't calling you back because we gotta check into a hotel. This is what Arthur said Lulu told him. And I'm gonna rewind it back just in case it cut it out or whatever, okay? Because this stream is acting real ugly today.
So I asked why you ain't called me back. She said they was checking out. They were doing a lot of stuff. Then they went and got a hotel.
I'm back with another video. Now I just want to put this disclaimer in before I play the next what y'all think about this situation.
Yes.
They actually left the cabin or where you guys are and went to a hotel.
That's new.
Yes. I did go ahead. There's another cousin who we talked. So I called him and he said he talked to Charlie. He said on Saturday, and he told him that they thought they were supposed to check out of the cabin on Sunday and didn't realize their checkout date was actually Saturday. And so Saturday.
So See, you got some information that I hadn't heard just yet.
What are you trying to?
Saturday morning. Hold on. Because he had to check out the hotel in the morning. I believe that's what he said. It's just buffering. What is wrong with my system today? I wonder if it got anything to do with this microphone I put up. Oh, oh, he said he talked to Tyrone early Friday going into Saturday. So again, this is crazy. Hold on. Oh shoot, I lost the video. God damn it, I lost the video. This tab is using your camera and microphone. Okay. Share screen. It was canceled. What? Oh, come on. This I've never done this like this. I don't understand what's going on. I just I'm trying to put some timeline together because if you talk, he said he talked to Tyrone Friday going into Saturday because they got to check out. But then in the same breath, I wrote down that Arthur tells the police he asked Kiera why hadn't they called, why Tyrone ain't calling him back, and Lulu was like, oh, cause we packing up things because we got to check in the hotel. Now this is Saturday in the afternoon on the 27th. Afternoon Saturday. Tyrone spoke to Arthur Friday going into Saturday. So we're going to say that probably, you know how it be like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning type shit? 2 to 3 in the morning going into Saturday. So actually it really was Saturday. Early Saturday, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But Arthur says Friday going into Saturday. However, they didn't know they had to check out. They thought they had to check out Sunday. So Saturday they figured they got to check out right then and there. So that's why she had a late checkout. Okay? So let's say that's the reason why she checked out late Saturday, about 1:40. About 1:40. Because they thought they had to go Sunday. Okay? Let's hear them again. Let's hear some more.
She says, "No, I went back to the." She was just saying, I was hanging out by this we go do like come back to me, but it was time right now. And me and my girl were speaking to them, and he was like, we went to talk about like cruises, and he was telling me he got to go on a cruise Valentine's Day, I think. Okay. And he got to go on a cruise Valentine's Day. He like how we went on a cruise. We need parents, kids, and he was calling me in the morning.
And this was Friday.
But she called the mom, never called the dad. And what did they tell you about the hotel? He didn't find out about 5 o'clock Sunday evening.
She told me that they were
called with him on the side of the road was about 5.
So Kiara told you the hotel?
Man, I wish that other team over there, I wish she would have muted their ass out so we could actually hear, just focus on this call. Because it's just too much. They talking over there on that side. The officer trying to get information on this side, and it's kind of hard to really focus because we're trying to focus over there and over here. You can't focus on both sides. I wish she would have muted them other people out. Damn. But anyway, that's our video, not mine. Because I would have muted them out so get an understanding to stay focused on one person. Because there's just too much going on.
Hotel?
One of the highway officers.
Like right now, or are you talking about when, like after they left the campground? Did Tyrone and Kiara go to the hotel after leaving the campground, or is that where Kiara's staying in a hotel now?
After the campground, I don't know if she's staying in a hotel right now. I don't know where she's
Okay.
And I know she went to they went to a hotel.
Now you see how he correcting his shit. She told him that she went, and then he caught himself and said they went to a hotel. He's lying. He is lying. He had to catch himself and say, she told me she went to the hotel. I mean, they went to the hotel because he already know Friday going into Saturday is when Dro got his head beat and bashed by a hard object. And they probably did have that booked to Sunday. Because it wouldn't make sense. Why have this hotel, cabin, and then all of a sudden y'all just suddenly leave and you got a late checkout. Friday, going into Saturday, that's when Tyrone probably was beat. Just listen to it.
She didn't mention what city.
They didn't see, but we're thinking there's more information we're finding out.
You said she what?
Did she mention a city where the hotel was?
So, and the witness said that.
Oh, she just yeah, I don't tell her. She just said.
He said he
And she said, well, we doing a lot of stuff. We pack.
not. We don't know the specific. But
I swear, I wish that other side would have been muted out. Oh, I wish that other side could have been muted out. Cause I need to focus just on this guy. But it's kind of hard when you hear other people talking too. Oh my goodness.
you talk.
At some point, had you talked to Tyrone while you was talking to her? And he said, no.
Said
Okay.
everything right there. He told me.
Did you hear him in the back? Okay.
She's definitely person.
Maybe you had about to have him, but
Kiara?
Yeah, she told me this in person when I found her. She don't tell. I don't call her mom.
Oh.
she was at the hospital. At the hospital.
Yeah.
Property owners. They did away.
All right. So at the hospital is when she told you this.
But
Okay.
witnesses said that.
Now we know that's a lie. She didn't tell him this at the damn hospital. Friday going into Saturday, but in the same breath, he talked to Lulu, and him talking, and he said, well, why didn't he call me back? And she like, oh, he can't call you back. Now, mind y'all, this is a whole afternoon Saturday when she packing up, okay? So how did she call you Friday going into Saturday when Saturday afternoon is when the fuck they was packing and leaving? So how would you be talking to Tyrone early Friday going into Saturday talking about because they got to leave the damn thing? And Lulu, you asked Lulu, hey, why Joe ain't never call you back? Oh, he can't call you back. See, we packing and everything, and we got to check into a hotel. He too busy. He busy right now. Man, y'all, this is a whole afternoon. Nobody saw Joe in that Saturday afternoon, putting nothing in no car. When they somebody, I guess that's Natalie on the phone. Since there's too many phones going on, too many conversations going on, too many that shit, y'all just don't know. That will ooh, that will bug me. Oh, that bugs me. It's bugging me now. Fucking area. And up under that damn thing, listening to this, listening to that, I would fucking go crazy. Like I'm doing now. Damn, if she would have just played just the man, I'm gonna go back and do it myself. I'm gonna redact all the other people out and just play what he's talking about. Because that's what I need to focus on. It's just too much.
Alrighty. Anything else that I need to know about or might help us with investigation?
Oh, I'm trying to figure out the same thing you're trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Because last time I saw him in good shape. He told me he was going to call me in the morning that we'll get a message. It's called the news.
He told her what? Huh. Oh, it's hard to hear what he said. All I heard say, I'm trying to find out the same thing you trying to figure out, find out. He said something. How is on the other side, and it's too much conversation on when we need.
All right.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Why couldn't it just be him talking? Just him. Mute. Oh my God. Man, I wouldn't even uploaded this bullshit. I'm fucking pissed. I gotta do some work on my end and mute everybody out because I just need to listen to him. I don't need to listen to all them other people. We heard them yesterday. We heard them in another video. Insane.
Alrighty. So, So how would I best get a hold of you?
Officer Wilson,
I need to go back because he said I need to go back to where he said I'm trying to figure out the same thing y'all trying to figure out some shit.
I can pull up on him if I want to.
she's authorized on
I'm not saying.
Alrighty. So how would I best get a hold of you?
Mm.
You trying to figure out?
Yeah.
Because I last time I talked to him, good shape. He told me he was going to call me in the morning that we'll get a message. It's called the news.
He said something about 5 o'clock in the morning. It's just hard to make that out. But I'm going to put a note down on that. He said he talked to me at 5 in the morning. Something at 5 a.m. in the morning. He talked to Dro, or I don't know if he talked to Dro at 5 a.m. in the morning, or was he talking to Lulu at 5 a.m. in the morning. And reason why I'm writing this time down and highlighting it, because did this incident happen at 5 a.m. in the morning? Because again, he said when he spoke to Dro, it was Friday going into Saturday. So at 5 a.m. in the morning, this would be Saturday morning. Friday going into Saturday would be 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. So did this happen Saturday early? But I need to clear this video up before I put that out there. I'm about to do a timeline, but I need this video cleared up so I can only focus on him and him only. It's too much going on in the background. It's too much. You got somebody on the phone asking him questions. You got the police officer asking him questions. You got the other family members, Tyrone and the other sisters, over there talking to another officer, and they very loud. So it's like, God damn. So I'm gonna clear it up and see what I could get from it. But he did say at the beginning, he talked to Tyrone between 2 to 3 a.m. in the morning. No, I'm sorry. He talked to Tyrone early morning going into Saturday. Then as they about to close this interview up, he said, I'm trying to figure out the same thing y'all trying to figure out. He said, because like I said, I talked to him at 5 a.m. That's what he said. So it's more, it's some more police reports out there. And I did request for mine because you see the police officer writing this down. There's more police reports out there. There's a shitload of them. And the ones I received, it's best that I go get my own, my own shit. That way I know ain't nothing cut out of it.
We're gonna pull up video Spanish. I can pull up on him if I want to.
she's authorized on
I'm not saying.
Alrighty. So how would I best get a hold of you?
Officer Wilson, he kind of
call the
they were out.
Yeah, he got your number, Natalie?
No, he doesn't. I'm the one that can reach him. I know who to call to.
Okay.
That was his standing point of. You can put my number down for him. He thought he was off of emotions.
So he is on remind y'all, he's on a 3-way call with Natalie. He don't want to give the cops his number.
But when we brought up the tires.
What's the fastest way to go viral right now?
Dancing? Doing something crazy? Posting 3 times a day?
What's that number?
So it's on mute because he giving Natalie, he taking down Natalie number.
Hey, sir.
Yes, sir.
They didn't know how to get in touch with the father.
Yeah, sir.
Yes.
So when they go to a motel room? So
Is
that's
the
what
lady,
he's getting right now. So
Miss Kiara, is she asking your questions?
We haven't talked to her. I'm
Now, his question is the lady, Kiara, is she acting confrontation, and is she acting confrontation and answering y'all questions? Now he's concerned. He wants to know what Kiara telling them. Listen.
still here with the family.
Finish our vacation or whatever.
So why you didn't talk to her?
That's why I said,
Why you ain't talked to her? Check out Arthur.
She's not here.
he's just getting on the case. He just getting on the case. He didn't know any of this. He's just now getting on the case. They haven't even investigated.
That's what I'm saying.
This is just now starting the investigation.
Cousin, listen, chill. Sir, do y'all got her number?
Nobody really.
We do have her number, yeah.
They have everything. So once they finish talking to her, they're going to find her.
Let me talk to him. Let me talk to him. Sir, you got her number, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, you supposed to call her before you call anybody else because her story got to match up with what we are thinking.
No, it don't. No, it don't. No, you can't.
But he's the person on the scene.
Oh, wait. No, hang on. All right. So continue, officer.
The last part you said I didn't hear. You're saying somebody on.
So it sounds like he's being more confrontational than anybody. Because I think now you don't sit here and answer these questions, right? And now before you hang up, you asking the officer, did you had y'all talk to Lulu, the other lady, Lulu? Because what she's saying, because man, her story gonna add up. I mean, our story gonna be the same. So why y'all ain't talk to her? Now he's been confrontational, where the auntie, Tasha's sister, had to come over to that table and was about to hang up the phone on him because they was getting pissed. She was talking. This auntie was way over there talking to a whole nother officer, giving her statement of what was told, what she was told, and she heard this. Her nephew talking about, and he being confrontational. So why y'all talking to me? Why y'all got it? Why y'all asking me the questions? She the main person. Now he being confrontational where the auntie came way from over there, came up to that table and was about to hang that damn phone call up. And the other sister said, no, don't hang it up. Well, I think this the niece. I think that's the sister. Like, no, don't hang it up.
Scene.
He believed that she was on the team, but
Yeah. So that all happened in a different county. So they talked to a different county, talked to her already. But we're getting a call now. So
one person she said she was there, one person she said she drove off. She doesn't know what happened, so her account's good.
okay. Well, if y'all think of anything new, let us reach out and let us know. Appreciate the information. Tyrone's talking with our investigators right now.
Okay, cool, thank you.
Yep.
Are we done?
Yep.
All right, y'all.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is, oh my goodness, I'm gonna play it, try to see if I can mute the other people out. I just need from the nephew. And there is a police report with just the conversation with the nephew, Natalie being on the telephone, and the officer that's interviewing the nephew. That should be just a single report with all that in itself. So I hope everything come back that I'm looking for. Because the report I got really wasn't really much or nothing. Because it didn't say nothing about no Arthur. It had nothing. Yeah. This report here, Arthur has his own report. The interview of Arthur. And everything Arthur says, they wrote that this detective is interviewing Arthur. So there's a whole report out there with just Arthur. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. I'll be back. Shoot. Yeah, I'll be back later. Yes. Be trying to. Mentor, you said I don't think they knew about him being around the nephew. Yeah, they didn't know that. They didn't know that. He said our story has to match up. Exactly. He said our story has to match up because he thought they had already contacted Lulu, but they contacted him first. Their story's not gonna match up. Their story's not gonna match up. Sometime at 4:30, sometime early Friday, going into Saturday, Dro got knocked upside his head. And I'm gonna break it down to y'all why I believe this happened early Friday night, going into Saturday morning, as I have already said. I actually already said this, but then I also said he was not around Friday. Nobody talked to Dro Friday. Not even the daddy. So this guy getting his time mixed up. Because what I believe happened early Thursday going into Friday morning. If you go back to my channel, my original channel, I said this. And I said a whole day Friday is missing. It's not Saturday. Christmas was on the Thursday. Whatever took place, it took place going into Friday morning. Okay. And I'm going to line it up. That's how I believe she checked out Saturday. They 9 out of 10, they had that cabin till Sunday. None of that. She checked out late because she knew what the fuck happened. Hey, Ro. I've been here. I just got on. Well, I just came over here, but what I'm going to do, because I don't want this to be long, my company issues, and it was spinning, and it was updating at the same time. What I'm going to do is end this live right back, about 30 minutes, and I'll come back about what's going on. It's still going to get out there. All right, y'all.
JUSTICEFORDRO. Say it loud, say it slow, yeah. From the David to the Jennings, hopefully they gon' glow. JUSTICEFORDRO. Every block, every road, we gon' ride to this right. We ain't never letting go. David's family stand tall, that's blood. Jennings, right, that same fight, same